I hate scorpions, love seeing them die. Yeah, comment below, am I being a bad teammate right now? Look at this just trail of tears. I just think money, money, money. What do we got? Is this the right game that's playing? Yes, yes. Welcome back. I want to start by saying thank you from the bottom of my heart for such a warm, enthusiastic 20 viewer reception to my first two videos. Thank you everyone who watched. Thank you to Christian for commenting. Very exciting, very exciting. Here we are. This video may or may not make it to YouTube. We're going to see. We're out here on Lombardia. 4v4. 4v4 on Lombardia. This was, this was a saga. This game was a saga. So sit down, stay a while. We're going to be here for a minute. I mean, many, many minutes. And yeah, so 4v4. I'm here on my Chinese grind per usual, finding my cows and stuff. Playing alongside a few friends of mine from back in the college days. And we're here on Lombardia playing against four people. 4 counter players. Let's see, and I did, me being the nosy person I am, I did look some of them up, most of them up, and what I remember seeing was that 3 of them play together like this is like a thing that they do. The inference I made was that they were friends. And those were everyone except for Salvaki. So Airbreaker, Carpintero de Guerra, and Jairo 3000 here. They're a group, they're a pack together. I think they're in Mexico. I think they are Mexicanos. And so we got Team Mexicano against Mexico, Team Mexico, Equipo up against the American college buds on Lombardia. So, and here we've got the teal player scouting like crazy. This to me looks like an auto scout. That's what the auto scouts tend to do. I'm pushing my deer. As we get farther into the game, so I'm focusing on myself right now. I want to try to... Oh, Borlore. So I've watched back this game once. It went on for a while. And, me being the narcissist I am, usually when I'm rewatching games, I'm like reliving the glory of all of the great decisions that I made. And... For these purposes, though, I think that I'm going to try to do a little bit more switching. Like, my recollection of this game was that there was kind of my side of the map, which was doing better in terms of, like, making, some aggressive progress on the opponent. And then they were making more progress on us here on the other side of the map, the blue and the green side. And so even having like played the game and then rewatched it, I don't have like a super great sense of like how exactly that played down, so I'll probably try to like be switching things up a little bit once we get into like imp, so that we're getting kind of a fuller perspective of like how this game was won by Los Mexicanos. Okay. Yep. Got. Lord knows, I'm not perfect with the idle time, so we've got a little bit of that going on. I didn't notice when exactly that was happening. I don't love Lombardia, like the map, but I mean, the way that I've been playing it, and I think what I did here was that I usually do more of like a fast castle type build order, try to get to castle soon, but then instead of booming, I try to lean into like generating some military, like castle age military, like knights or cav archers or something. So that's probably what you're going to see here. Someone, looks like Damaz here in blue, has already clicked up. Looks like our teal player has clicked up already. And yeah, teal, looks like we've gotten sight of purple. Okay, so yeah, we had some idle time early on. Looks like I've been able to keep it together a little bit better since then. Still not up to feudal though. Okay, looks like I'm sending people to gold. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, and then I click up to feudal. I'm kind of comparing our uptimes with those of the opponent. I mean, it looks like kind of a semi-equal distribution, like some a little bit earlier, some a little bit later, although it looks like we're going to be all in feudal, I don't know, a little bit before them, but yeah, I guess to me that looks like it's kind of a wash. Kind of a wash, similar kind of range of strategies. Oh, okay, and I do three to gold. Again, this is, yeah, I've changed up my fast castle build order since playing this game. But I don't know. I kind of honestly still kind of like having 3 on gold, but whatever. Okay, this scout I still think is probably on auto. Okay, and looks like their Portuguese player immediately is on walls. What are we doing as far as fortifications go? We are doing nada. Which, you know, I mean, okay, so yeah, teal is doing something similar to what I usually end up doing, which is just like use buildings as fortification across the front and then maybe like off to the sides. I don't know if I ended up having time to build palisade walls or whatever, but yeah, we'll kind of get to that when we get to it. I did watch, last night I watched like a really high elo game on Lombardia. I just like was spectating, and I kind of liked what they did. It looks like they all like stonewalled, like, but like not right outside their bases, but they kind of gave themselves like, it looked like about a third of the map area. So going forward, that might even be an interesting idea. Okay, oh no, are we lagging? Oop. Okay. And per usual, I'm just not sure how much of this is coming across. My computer is very warm, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Some action over here between scouts. Oh, that's my scout. I don't remember doing that. I guess this game was a little while ago. It was like a couple weeks ago. And then, yeah, noticing, and again, you know, I wasn't paying super close attention to like the top half of the map, but Red's got some military already, got some militia, which is interesting. Where are they? Looks like they're sticking around home base for the time being. And red's walling up as well with palisades. All right, and then okay, so so we've got a couple in castle now. So I'm in castle. I'm researching husbandry, and yeah, I'm going cav archers. Just one range cav archers. Looks like green over here is taking more of a booming approach. He's got his other, or a second TC in the works. And yeah, we're up to castle earlier than them, so that would seem to give us an advantage early, at least as far as early indicators are concerned. I'm adding in a second TC. Blue's adding in a second TC. Green's adding in a third. So yeah, looks like we've got kind of more of an eco lead for the time being, noticing that our opponents have more military. And yeah, so I'm massing up cav archers. Red's still got his military at home. Oh, and then yellow's over here with some scouts. Light cav? Is he going light cav? I'm not seeing that he's researching light cav. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. I mean, he's got a lot, which is interesting. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, we can see how this does, because it's like usually my instinct is like once you hit castle, like how useful are just like scout cavalry? I don't know. Maybe he's not even advancing with them. Nope, waiting for he's got a little straggler. Oh, okay, and then now, so yeah, he's researching light cav. Okay, no, this is I like that move. That seems like a good call. I like this because, I mean, what annoys me about Lombardia is just like how long, you know, how far away you are from each other. So light cav makes sense because they're so fast. All right, nice. This is a good. Oh, okay. See, that would have been so much better if he hadn't waited for that straggler. Like maybe he could have denied that TC in that case. Okay, but yeah, we got Damaz sweating. I bet Damaz is sweating right now. How is he reacting? Is he reacting? We were all on the phone, so Damaz was probably like, oh my god, you guys, help me, help me. And I was like, bet. No, that's wrong. I didn't help him. Yep, I'm sitting pretty over here. Yeah. Comment below. Am I being a bad teammate right now? I don't know how much was being communicated. Okay, no, I know. I double back. I'm doubling back. I'm doubling back. Yeah, he's headed towards me. I'm garrisoning. Oh, okay, and I've got some fortifications up, so that's good. Teal's signaling. Okay, Teal signaling. Teal is chasing him off with pikemen. I'm slowly heading over towards enemy camp. Aging Pow is helping out with some knights. Okay. So yeah, not tons of damage. Or, yeah, I mean, you know, some damage there that yellow was able to get. How did this go? See, no, I'm doing my thing where like I pay more attention to myself, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm trying to get in. I think, you know, it's not clear to me how fortified they are. So I break through the palisades with my cav archers. Purple is castling. I get a few kills there. Nice. Yellow's still kind of running around our home base, but hasn't gotten any kills since I reached them. So yeah, on the whole, we have more eco kills than they do, which is good. Okay, and then so yellow's helping out purple. Okay. And yeah, and so that's interesting. I guess I was able to get yellow to head back home with his scouts. I don't know what these people were doing. Trying to close windows on my computer. I just feel bad for my computer right now. It's like working really hard. Okay, but yeah, some like kind of tussling in the middle of the map. Something's going on over here. What's going on over here? Did I miss it? I guess so. Who died? Someone must have died. Or maybe there was a conversion. Okay, but yeah, so overall, let's see. It looks like they have score lead. I don't know why offhand. I'm succeeding in causing a little bit more trouble with the Cav Archers. Overall, though, this raid, I mean, I think one would probably have wished for more with this raid. I think the ideal is to, like, really get into their base and start wreaking havoc. Oh! Okay, and yeah, I remember this. I think... I mean, yeah, so obviously I'm privy to the fact that this is going on right now. Not privy to this, which is about to happen quite yet, but okay, there you go. Okay, and then so this I remember was stressful for me. Now, right now I'm stressing out. I'm stressing out. I have, though, okay, I'm remembering this. I have tons of villagers, way more than anyone else. So, I mean, I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to, like, get up my castle before they get up theirs. I think that ends up happening, but it doesn't totally, like, solve the problem. I think I'm, like, pinging for help. I'm like, help me, guys. Although, honestly, you know, I mean, and I find myself in this situation, like, not infrequently, where it's like, wow, I have, like, such an eco lead. Why, thinking in retrospect, like, why, I don't know, or, like, how could I have better leveraged that? Who knows? But okay, so I'm able to kind of at least tentatively deny this castle from red. And teal's helping me out over here. Yellow, or orange had a good call with the skirmishers, so I'm kind of hanging back because I'm afraid of the skirmishers. With my cav archers. Yeah, they're on spear, sperm rush, sperm, castle, drop, rushing. God, yeah, it's like always so much going on. Noticing that we have a couple people in Imp already. Not me though. I'm low on gold, it seems. I'm low on gold. And yeah, at this point, like, there's not a ton happening at the top of the map, I don't think. I think they're just kind of, like, booming back from Yellow's raids earlier. Okay, and I'm selling off resources to click up. Some more kind of tussling. I think these villagers have been garrisoned for a while, but I'm like, I don't know, sound off if this was a bad call. But I mean, it feels suboptimal, but this happens sometimes to me where it's like, you know, shit's still kind of hitting the fan. I'm scared to like lose that TC as like a fortification. Okay, and so yeah, it looks like I'm going to be hitting Imp before the castling again up here. It looks like I'm going to be hitting Imp before Red, which is good. I think, okay, I might switch this video to, like, away from Capture Age to, like, the in-game replay thing. Once we hit him, but okay, action happening. Red's going in with pikes. I have this castle already in the works, which is good. I'm able to kind of send him back to safety. Purple's coming in with the organ guns. The Maz is getting tons of upgrades. And I hit Imp, and immediately I'm like, okay, Trebs now, please. Is Teal up to Imp? Not quite. Low on food, Teal is. Sheesh. And yeah, I don't know. Unclear to me whether or not these are elite. I think they're just normal. So, but they're getting the job done regardless. Teal helping out with the knights, countered by more knights from orange, and then I'm trying to get my Treb set up so I can get this goddamn castle out of my base, please. Okay. Meanwhile, this is interesting. What is going on here? Aging Pow is trying to castle up, but getting stopped in his tracks, I guess, by a really ragtag yellow army of scorpions and scorp. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm gonna wait until they all get to Imp before I switch. Before I switch to the in-game replay. More drama, but this castle did go down, so I'm feeling slightly relieved even though I lost the TC. Aging Pow is flagging that there's trouble going on up here. Okay, and yeah, and cav archers I feel like are, yeah, cav archers are not the best um, counter to the army that they're serving me here, but I guess I'm just trying my best, sweating it out. Look at this just trail of tears. Oh god. But, you know, I am trebbing, and this army is gonna struggle, I think, to take down Trebs, which are being protected by the castles. Got Teal coming in to help with these knights. Knights are great against Huskarls. And the skirmishers, I don't know. Ooh, yeah, and then meanwhile, this is happening over here. So this is another castle drop from Orange. So I'm shifting over my trebs, trying to take down that new additional castle. Looks like Teal is making some good progress over here with his knights. Green has chosen a new castle placement that's a little more conservative, and it looks like, I mean, it looks like tentatively he's fine, but yellow's like massing up, yellow and purple are massing up a ton of army that, you know, at first glance seems like it's going to present some problems. These just regular rams? Yeah. Okay, so but yeah, this guy just got to imp, so maybe those upgrades are coming in. Legionnaire. I'm flagging over here. I don't know why. I think I was probably like, oh, can you protect these treads? Alright, and then looks like yellow is trying to advance. I love the battering rams just like skirting around, but okay, they're meeting with the Cavaliers, so that's kind of spelling trouble. Okay, and so yeah, we do currently have score lead, so reasons for hope on our end. Yeah, yeah. Look at the Green Cavaliers go. Nice, nice, nice. Love it. I hate scorpions. Love seeing them die. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay, we're all in imp now. I don't know, but yeah, lots of scuffling over here. Red's using his Huskarls to, you know, really good effect. This castle did go down. And then I heard, okay, so yeah, like I'm transitioning into Fire Lancers. Okay, you know, fans from my previous videos know I have been liking these new Fire Lancers. Yeah. Ping over here. Damaz is massing an army. Damaz is massing one army. Looks like Yellow's got his own army massed up. Okay, but Teal and me though. I mean, okay, so we were able to save this castle. A big repair job for one lady. Teal is on the infamous Frankish infantry, plus obviously throwing axemen. And yeah, okay. You know what? I'm stopping the recording and I'm gonna splice in because I just think it's gonna be better. Hold on. Okay. I've switched windows. I'm hoping that this like allows for like more fluid visuals. Okay, and then you can even tell. Okay, I mean it's interesting. You can see I'm housed here, and I have tons of stone and wood, etc. Okay, but what's going on over here? I mean, yeah, it looks like blue is advancing. Damaz is advancing. Running into Zalvakian legionaries, as well as some cavaliers. Damaz, of course, is out here as the Italians and relying on hand cannoneers, which feels like a good unit, I guess. Oh. Okay, and then I'm stressing out about these raiding cavaliers. Okay, and I'm probably like, Teal, help out, like, get those with this military that you have over here. Yeah, Roman Scorpions doing their big one. Rebuffing, looks like they've successfully rebuffed that mass of military that Blue had accumulated, and he's back at square one. Yellow is carving out some space for himself in the middle of the map. Wait, I said purple. I don't know if I said that. Purple. I looks like had been trying to build a castle over here, but had been rebuffed, and yet somehow we again are still in score lead. Aging Pow coming in with the assist. Yeah, I feel paladins. In my mind, paladins are great for Huskarls, so that makes sense. I actually don't know offhand how Fire Lancers do against Huskarls. I would imagine well. Not positive though. And I'm like microing the skirmishers to target the Halb, massing more of them. And yeah, our opponents are making progress. See, this is the stuff that I didn't like actually see earlier. Yes. Oh my god. Always stressed out. Do I not have audio? Hopefully you can hear me. Oh god. We'll see. If there's no audio, then I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Trying to clear out. I mean, yeah, I guess this is a good thing about the Goths is that you can just like build like a crap ton of barracks, and then those are gonna present a lot of problems, and certainly for someone, you know, Chinese like me, gonna take a while to clear them out. What's going on over here? Damaz is coming in to help Aging Pow's paladins. Okay, and then I'm like, Teal, help me out again with these paladins from Orange. Okay, I don't know if this is the same castle as before, um, or if I just like built a new one in the same spot, but we'll see. Or doesn't matter. Do I still have tons of stone? No. So it might have been that like I just like built a new one. Alright, and purple's gotten a castle up over there. Got a real scuffle going on against red. Red's making great use of the speed with which Goths are able to regenerate Huskarls. But yeah, I guess it's kind of a meat grinder. Like, I'm just killing, but he just keeps producing. And actually, yeah, now it looks like he's making some progress. So there you go on that. What's going on over here? Looks like nothing. Feeling certain that I built this with the intent of trying to pick up that relic down here. Alright. Nice. Ooh. Oh, bummer. That was looking really good for a second. Handcan's doing really well against the Trebs, though. But, yeah, you're struggling against these bombard cannons from purple. Yeah, so many bombard cannons. Oh, that's tough. Meanwhile, what am I focusing on? I need more barracks, I've decided. Okay, we're trying to keep the enemy at bay over here. Doesn't look like we're succeeding. Demaz has got a sneaky base up top. Mining some gold, getting at least one relic. Yeah, one relic. But yeah, like, alright, these Scorpions and Organ Guns, these are two units that were, like, tailor-made for, like, masses of troops, you know? So, tough to counter with hand cannons, or I think any ranged unit, really. That's tough. Yeah. Okay, but... And here I'm putting myself on my original view. So I'm advancing, it looks like. Trying to kill some villagers. Want to take down this castle with my trebs. I don't know. So what would you do? Like, I mean, and I don't know, I don't remember offhand how good our communication was, but here I am, I'm advancing down south. Meanwhile, up north, the enemy is advancing on us. So, what would you do in this situation? Like, is it better to press the advantage that we have down south? Or do you go help to ward off the enemy in the north? Not sure, where is Teal? Teal, I mean, we've got like a lot of idle military over there. I think what I'm doing is signaling. Okay, I'm gonna go try to tread that castle. But yeah, they're just slowly encroaching. They are making progress. Slowly but surely. Telltale sign that aging Pow is low on gold is when he switches to Hussars. So he's probably low on gold. That doesn't bode well for us in particular. But yeah, I am having some, you know, I'm kind of, yeah, out here on my lonesome having some success though. Killing more villagers, taking down castles slowly but surely. And certainly, I mean, I remember at this point in the game, I'm feeling momentum. I'm like, okay, things are going really well for me. Maybe I can get this win for us. Myself, you know, and another thing about me, I love being the hero. Okay, aging Pow with this forward castle, that's interesting. Okay, but yeah, is this even rebuffed? I don't know where that's coming from. Where are those villagers even gonna? Okay, and then this, I'm probably signaling my market here. Okay, and feeling certain that I'm about to try to tread down that castle. Enemy's got some Halb coming in to defend. I'm trying to ward them off with the skirms. Skirmishers are good for Halb. Ooh, yeah, okay, so he's just like kind of baiting me. Meanwhile, the Huskarls come in to target the Trebs. Okay, that was a good move on his part. Already done a number. these I don't understand. Why I don't get this move from green. That's so funny to me. Okay, and we got that castle down. So go us, go Team USA. Okay, and then red is responding with just a wave of Huskarls and infantry. More green villagers coming in. Okay, and they're gonna build stables instead. Okay, and not the best time for my next wave of Trebs to arrive. Okay, I'm like, run away Trebs. And red's like, no, I want to kill those Trebs. I'm like, oh no, but I have more military to defend them. So I think it looks like they're going to escape. But okay, I said I was going to pay attention to... Okay. Yeah. Goddamn fucking scorpions. Masked up scorpions are the worst. Taking down even Teal's fully upgraded Frankish paladins. Paladins are advancing. Castles, I feel like, do well. I mean, if it's just scorpions, castles are great. I guess that's not exactly the situation. Okay, and then I want to see What is this? I mean, yeah, so blue, Damaz, what are you doing, Damaz? Okay, you need more units. Okay, you need more ranges, Damaz. You're on 2 ranges? You're on like 3 ranges. You need to be producing more military way faster. Also, I mean, I don't know. Not to advise Damaz in absentia. But don't you agree, viewer? Like, okay, he should be like mass producing something, hussars, anything, something. Like, give them something to worry about, to have to deal with. You need more than 2 military production buildings going, right? Okay, I mean, I'm sure that I have more. See, look at this. This whole area on his screen should look like this. In my opinion. Okay, that's, I mean, my opinion. Okay, I mean, looks like he's got this going on over here. That's probably, he was like focused in part on this. Okay, and I am, oof, okay. I think I'm about to do something here, but I guess we'll see if that actually happens. Yeah, not great. Okay, hold on. Not great, but not awful either. I think this castle is going down. Good. So that's something. We did something there. But yeah, I think that this push is doomed from here. Okay, meanwhile, they are making greater progress, faster progress on us than I am on them for sure. What do we got? We got nothing. We're like not really resisting with anything. I don't know what green is up to. Okay, green is massing tons of winged hussars. I think this signal was me being like, oh, you have idle military. Looks like Teal responded in kind. Yeah, bummer. Okay, this is something. We got something going on. I mean, I guess Blue is kind of just given up on home base, like, because I know that towards the end of the game he was like really focused on this like sneaky base up here. I'm not seeing much investment. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing much investment in defending the original base. Green's rushing in with the winged hussars. Probably, I don't know, yeah. I was gonna say probably not the best unit, but then now I'm thinking like, well, what would be a good unit here? It's tough. I think it looks like I'm continuing to just kind of like send in, you know, stray troops of military, put a little bit more pressure on here and there. Green's got a sneaky base in the south. Blue's making a break for the organ guns and for the trebs. Yeah, not bad. Nice. Doing some cleanup. Yes. More. No. Bummer. See, okay, and then I wasn't paying attention to any of this. I don't remember. Like, where was I focused on? So this was what I was actually paying attention to. Obviously, all in the south. Focusing on fire lancers and hussars. scrolling back and forth trying to figure out what I want to do. I guess with this military, can I just go in for a raid? Looks like I can. Do I do it? Yes, yes. Get them. Get them. Okay, and I'm proud of myself, so I'm signaling to my teammates. I'm in. I'm gonna start doing stuff, hopefully. Paul, aging Pow, is not far away with the Hussars. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Okay, and then I don't know how much is actually accomplished there. See, I mean, this is like maybe one moment in which it would have been nice to be in capture age mode right now to get the stats, but whatever. Okay, and then I think this TC does go down. Okay, well, there you go, lo and behold. Meanwhile, what's going on up here? Okay. So yeah, I guess blue has been effectively kicked out of home base. And then they're about to move on to green. And also making our trade a little vulnerable. Looks like I really invested in trade, which is kind of a me move. Aging Pow, yeah, again, just massing up I've never used winged Hussars before. I don't really have a super sense of what it's like to play with them. Definitely, yeah. These scorpions. I mean, with them masked up like that, that's kind of good for the scorpions. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is probably, I don't know. This feels like not the best element of my gameplay, but you know, I'm so like at this point of the game, it's like because I usually rely on trebs. Trebs are like kind of the beating heart of any push that I'm going to do, and so I don't know. I just feels like all this kind of the trebs going forward and then coming back. It feels like that's probably there should be some better way of managing my units. So sound off if you know what that is. But yeah, okay. So they've gotten our trade, or yeah, they're getting our trade, which I think is a big deal because the map is low on gold. I have no trade units anymore. Noticing from up here, very little gold. Lots of resources that I can sell though, so that's good. Hmm. Yeah, thinking though, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, you know, I was so like razor focused on like, okay, I wanna, like raid orange. I want to break into their base, but at this point, I think this is a point where, even to me in retrospect, I'm like, okay, I probably should have shifted focus onto defending. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It is like, I mean, that's always, for me at least, that's always kind of a difficult judgment call. In part because you know I get so invested in what I'm trying to do, and then I don't want to like give up on it and like switch or like change tack. But also, I think it's just kind of like a difficult judgment call in general. So, you know, sound off in the comments. It does, I mean, it does seem, okay, it's like, you know, like the writing's on the wall as far as our home base is concerned. Like, they have all the momentum. We're kind of, and I'm like, I mean, you know, it looks like I've kind of taken out, or we've kind of taken out Orange's home base, but I think at this point, it's just, this is so much more of an urgent um, situation that, like, really, like, all I needed to do was, like, change my gather point on all of my military buildings to be, like, here rather than, like, over here or whatever. So, and then, you know, who knows what would have happened. Maybe I could have helped to rebuff. But yeah, meanwhile, okay, this is what I'm paying attention to. That the castle they had here went down. That's good. But yeah, I think we're like kind of entering slowly into last ditch Hail Mary desperation mode, or we will be doing that soon. And I'm noticing, oh god, they're in my home base. Trying to keep these trebs alive. I love skirmishers. I love microing skirmishers. Yes, this is something I do often. This is what it looks like. I don't know. You see this score breakdown, and it's like, okay, is it that I had a better game than everyone else by that much, or is it that I got greedy? Eh. What's the etiquette? What are the norms? What are the social norms that we want to establish? This is still, we're back on, like, kind of looking at what I was looking at the time. I'm probably, like, poking around for a new place to settle. Down to 64 villagers. They're just, you know, bulldozing through the original base. Am I running away villagers yet? Yes. So, but yeah, I mean, to summarize what we were able to do, I mean, we were able to to bulldoze through Orange's base. So, and I don't know, so Orange right now, what's his situation? He has 7 villagers, so we basically took him out of the picture. Okay, he has 7 villagers in dwindling. He has 4 villagers. He's down to 4. So we did a number on Orange, but, you know, just obviously they did just like a much larger number on us. Okay, Damaz getting some good raiding in. What's Damaz? Damaz is where? Damaz is at 35 villagers. And then, yeah, I'm sending villagers to the south towards what I hope is going to be safety. Trying to make use of the military units that I have. Looks like I'm trebbing a castle up here. Castle, whose castle? Purple castle. I'm doing, but what happened? I want to know. Okay, looks like we won that skirmish with orange. I'm sure that these are like bombard cannons and other bulldozing units. Okay. And then I don't see this stone source yet. I guess I'm just looking to give those villagers something to do. So they're building a lumber camp. Huskarls are bad news for me right now. Ah! Yeah, okay, but we're protecting. Are we able to keep this Treb alive? I don't think so. No, okay. Okay, but did that castle go down? I think that castle went down. So yeah, another 650 damage in the books. Okay, and I'm trying to scout the location, look for probably more minerals, more gold in particular. Okay, building a couple markets because I'm like, okay, let's get some eco going. Love this trick. So yeah, building a market next to the Allies market, save some time, increase efficiency there. And yeah, this is the last ditch effort phase of the game for sure. Losing more villagers over here. I don't think that they've discovered that TC. Yeah, they're none the wiser about that TC. Not that that does me a ton of good, but you know. What are these? Oh no. Okay, we're flaring market locations. I'm building more stables for light cav. Look at this parade of halberdiers. And yeah, it looks like so blue has gotten kind of a nice little second base established for himself up here. That's cool. Got a couple of relics. That's cool. Yeah. I was about to say reasons for hope, but that feels kind of like strong language. Maybe signs of hope more than reason for hope. Okay, and I'm trying to get an eco going again, producing trade carts. I'm like stone over here. Housed, not so housed, but I need houses ASAP. So many scorpions. Massing up a military. What are they doing right now? I think okay. Who is that? That's red. Okay, so red is like, oh, look up here. There's blue's got some buildings up here. You've got a lot of idle military who probably don't know where to go. Although I guess they know about this base down here too. I don't know. I mean, they're probably just chilling because they're like, okay, GG, we won already. But yeah, I think Orange is still pretty much out of the picture, though. He's up to 8 bills. Okay. Got a TC going. Purple has tons of Fetorias, which that's a big deal because the map is pretty sparse at this point of resources. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it looks like they're going to launch an attack on Damaz, Mr. Damaz. Okay, yeah, we get it. And yeah, so 3v1. Damaz is at how many villagers? 43. Not looking good. I mean, that being said, wow, they're actually also really low on villagers. Like across the board. And I remember this. Yeah. We have, I mean, so yeah, actually this is really interesting. And like obviously Purple has his Fetorias, but we have way more villagers than them combined. Like, okay, 12, 41, 27, versus I have 61, Damaz is 34, 29, 24. I mean, yeah, we have eco unit lead for sure at this point. Because they don't have, I mean, I'm not seeing like tons of trade units either. But yeah, I mean, the Feitoria is obvious. I mean, Feitoria, I don't know if they're like carrying, but Feitorias are a big deal right now. I remember, I mean, I think Purple was like slinging as well. Look at all that stone! So pissed. And then, I mean, so yeah, obviously they also have the military advantage in terms of like units, but you know. Oh, okay, wait, this is big too. So Green and I were coordinating, and I was like, okay, look, you've got a Treb, I've got some military, let's see if we can do like a final push here. We just took down a castle, at least one castle. I think there might have been others. Trade gold is beginning to trickle in, which is good. Red pushing forward with lots of Halb. Can we protect the Trebs? He's not targeting the Treb, so okay. Giving villagers stuff to do, trying to de-idle them. Feitoria goes down, that's a big deal. Trying to take down another Feitoria. Huskarl's coming in. Can we pick them off? Yes, we can. Okay, and then I think this looks like blue is like dead at this point. Or not. He's got 12 vills. Where are the 12 vills? And they're looks like they're running south. Gotcha. I'm low on houses, trying to rebuild. Okay, we took down Feitoria. Just took down another TC over here. I mean, you know, see I mean, certainly you gotta think that if they had more eco, that they would have been able to respond to this push quicker. Because I doubt that they're at pop limit. Right, and this is another one of those points where it's like my head is just filled with like dreams of, oh my god, can we keep this going? Can we take down all those Feitorias? And looks like no. Yeah, red and yellow show up, looking like they're about to put a stop to all of our shenanigans. Treb goes down. Okay, unlocking the view. What's going on over here? Huge purple military. Alright, and I'm trying to mass, but they're heading towards us. They're taking down my military buildings. And yeah, so this is what my team has got right now. We've got this little kind of corner of the map. One-shotting barracks. Is this a good engagement? Certainly not with the scorpions involved. Trying to take out those bombard cannons with the fire lancers. Almost doesn't matter because of all this other crap coming our way. I don't know what these these cavalry units are doing. Where are you going? Whatever. I'm pinging this. I can't imagine that people wouldn't have noticed it. I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Who knows? Hoping to get like a trade reliance eco going. But yeah, I don't know. The writing definitely seems like it's on the wall at this point. I mean, certainly at this point, maybe it's been there for a while. I don't know. But it's fun to keep fighting. I am not of the opinion, personally, that there's like some like obligation to resign at some point. Even though I feel like some people that I encounter online feel that way. I enjoy fighting to the bitter end sometimes. I'm on one range. Are these more ranges, maybe? They are in our trade over here. Oh, these are stables. I'm sending helms to try and clear them out. Meanwhile, the inexorable is taking place up here. Oh, Bedlam. I just love seeing, these like rivers of trade carts. Like that pleases me. I just think money, money, money. I'm just making money. I like making money. Hmm. I think this is my last town center over here. Losing my markets to halberdiers. Yeah, I mean, I should have obviously built more ranges. There's my one little skirmisher trying to hit over to help out. And he's not gonna do anything. Oh no! Okay, okay, alright, he's attacking, he's attacking. He's attacking. He's chasing. I don't think, part of it is like, I feel like no one attacks skirmishers. Oh, I'm trying to build a castle over here. I don't think that actually happens. No. Chasing down Halb. I'm like invested in this one skirmisher. Oh, it looks like, oh. I have 3 villagers. Where's my third? Oh, up here. On his last legs, there you go. Just got stabbed to death by a halberdier. Fresh out of trade carts. Do I have any units? What units do I even have at this point? No villagers. Or 1 villager. And teal resigns, green resigns. I resign. Alright, it's down to Damaz. Let's go, Damaz. Let's do it. GG, GG, WP. GG, well played. Spies coming into play. I mean, it was a good game. Like, if nothing else, this was a good game. Alright, alright. Definitely a marathon. Definitely epic. Highs and lows, peaks and valleys. Alright, looking at the stats. A chaotic timeline for sure. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess it feels late. Like, this is a late point. Like, it felt like the game was lost, like, around here, maybe. But the timeline looks super lopsided, only as late as here. So that's interesting to me. MVP, MVP, go Salvaki, go me. Any insights to be gleaned? Damaz loves to convert units. KD ratio very even on for me. Trade profit, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, definitely solid game, memorable game, I would say. But Team Mexico took the W on this one. Good job. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, team games, it's always interesting. Like, always, the question is, for me at least, is always like when to continue pushing my own thing versus when to pivot into helping out to defend or helping out what the teammate wants to do. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of team games can hinge on communication, stuff like that, like people's ability to collaborate. Yeah, I wouldn't call that like a strong suit of mine. But I also think some of it has to do with like people kind of approaching the game from different perspectives. So, interesting food for thought. I don't know, like, how, like, did their ability to collaborate, like, is that part of what led to their victory? I don't remember seeing that. I mean, yeah, I think that they did kind of seem like they were collaborating in terms of, like, the push that they had down here on me, this push over here. Like, I think that they were collaborating better than us. I don't know if that was, like, necessarily why they won, but it could be that if we, I mean, certainly if we collaborated better, I think that we probably would have done better. So I don't know. Those are interesting questions, things that are interesting to think about. Take them home, journal, do some journaling on them, do some meditating, and yeah, good games to all. And peace.